Tonight, something extraordinary unfolds above us: the Autumn Equinox, a rare cosmic balance where day and night stand as equals, dividing the year into light and shadow. But this is more than just an astronomical alignment. For thousands of years, ancient civilizations built temples, pyramids, and myths around this moment. They believed it was a gateway, a passage where the ordinary world brushes against the mysterious. Have you ever wondered why balance is such a universal pursuit? Why humans, across cultures and eras, felt the need to mark this exact moment in time? Tonight, we step into that same balance. The sky itself is whispering a reminder to pause, to reflect, and to realign. The autumn equinox isn't just happening far above, it's an invitation to look within. Are you ready to discover the hidden meaning behind this cosmic night? The autumn equinox happens because of a simple yet extraordinary fact. Our planet is tilted. Earth spins on an axis that leans about 23.5 degrees, and as it orbits the sun, this tilt changes the way sunlight falls across the globe. Most of the year, either the northern or the southern hemisphere leans toward the sun. That's why we experience the seasons: longer days in summer, longer nights in winter. But on the equinox, everything aligns. The sun crosses the celestial equator, shining directly above Earth's equator. For just one day, light is distributed almost evenly. Day and night are nearly equal, no matter where you are on the planet. In the Northern Hemisphere, the autumn equinox marks the descent into longer nights and shorter days, a slow journey toward winter's chill. Meanwhile, in the Southern Hemisphere, it is the opposite, the rebirth of spring, when light begins to conquer darkness. So while the equinox may feel symbolic, it is also a precise, measurable dance between Earth and Sun, a reminder that balance is written into the very orbit of our world. For ancient civilizations, the autumn equinox was never just an astronomical event. It was a sacred moment woven into their architecture, rituals, and myths. In ancient Egypt, the great pyramids of Giza were aligned with the sun. On equinox days, the setting sun perfectly framed the pyramids, symbolizing balance between life and death. In Mesoamerica, the Maya built the pyramid of Chichen Itza, where on the equinox, shadows formed the image of a serpent slithering down the steps. This was the god Kukulkan, returning to Earth to bless the people. In Japan, the equinox is honored with Heigan, a Buddhist tradition where families visit the graves of ancestors, believing the balance of day and night makes it easier to connect with the spiritual world. Across Europe, harvest festivals were celebrated during this time. Communities gave thanks to the land, acknowledging the delicate balance between human survival and nature's gifts. These traditions, scattered across continents and centuries, reveal a powerful truth. Humans everywhere sensed that the equinox was more than light and shadow. It was a moment when the heavens seemed to pause, and when humanity reached upward to meet it. Beyond temples and calendars, the autumn equinox has long carried a spiritual weight. Across cultures, it was seen as a moment when the veil between worlds grew thin, a balance not just of day and night, but of life and death, spirit and matter. In Celtic traditions, the equinox was tied to Mabon, a festival honoring the balance of nature and the cycle of harvest. It was a time to give thanks, but also to prepare for the coming darkness. In many myths, balance itself was sacred. The dualities of light and dark, male and female, life and afterlife were not enemies. They were partners in the eternal dance of the cosmos. The equinox symbolized this dance at its peak of harmony. Even today, spiritual seekers see the equinox as a portal of energy, a time to meditate, to release what no longer serves, and to invite new beginnings. It is believed that when the earth aligns in balance, so too can the human spirit. Thus, The autumn equinox reminds us that balance is not about choosing one side over the other, but about embracing both in equal measure as part of a greater whole. In our fast-paced modern world, the autumn equinox offers more than a celestial spectacle. It offers a message, a reminder that balance is not a luxury, but a necessity. Just as Earth tilts and shifts through seasons, so too do we cycle through phases in our own lives. Work and rest, growth and reflection, holding on and letting go. The equinox teaches us that both sides are essential. Without darkness, we cannot appreciate light. Without pause, there is no progress. Psychologists today echo what ancient wisdom already knew. Human beings thrive when they live in rhythm, not in extremes. The equinox becomes a perfect moment to reset, to ask ourselves, am I giving too much energy to one side of life while neglecting the other? Many people mark the day with small rituals. Some write in journals to release what they no longer need. Others meditate, light candles, or simply spend time outdoors, breathing in the crisp air of the changing season. You don't need a temple or pyramid to honor the equinox. All it takes is awareness to pause, reflect, and realign. When day and night find harmony in the sky, we are invited to seek the same harmony within ourselves. The autumn equinox does not arrive alone. Often it coincides with other celestial events that make the season feel even more magical. One of the most famous is the harvest moon, the full moon closest to the equinox. For centuries, farmers used its bright light to gather crops late into the night, turning the moon into a symbol of abundance and gratitude. When it rises, larger and more orange than usual, it feels like the sky itself is celebrating the shift of seasons. This year, the equinox also takes place near the approach of comets like C/2025 R2 SWAN and the interstellar traveler 3I/ATLAS. While they are not visible everywhere, their presence reminds us that Earth is part of a much larger cosmic story, one where visitors from the depths of space occasionally pass through our skies. Meteor showers, too, often appear around this time of year, scattering the heavens with fleeting sparks. Each one is a reminder of the universe's constant motion and our tiny place within it. The equinox, framed by these cosmic wonders, becomes not only a marker of time, but a performance staged by the universe itself. At its heart, the autumn equinox carries a message that feels timeless. Balance is the key to life. But balance doesn't mean perfection. It doesn't mean erasing the darkness or clinging only to the light. Instead, it is about harmony, the recognition that both sides belong, that both are necessary. Just as the earth needs both day and night, we too need both effort and rest, both joy and sorrow, to fully live. The equinox is a gentle reminder that letting go is as important as holding on. As leaves fall from the trees, nature itself demonstrates the wisdom of release, shedding the old to prepare for renewal. What in your own life is ready to be released? What new energy might you make space for? It is also a reminder of resilience. Even as nights grow longer, we know the sun will return. Darkness is not permanent. It is part of the cycle, part of the story. So, as you witness the balance in the sky tonight, let it inspire a balance within you. The autumn equinox is more than a date on the calendar. It is a cosmic invitation to pause, to reflect, and to embrace life's dance of opposites with open arms. As the autumn equinox passes, the balance of day and night slowly shifts again, but the lesson it carries remains. Tonight reminds us that life is not about choosing only light or darkness, but about walking gracefully between the two. It is about honoring cycles, embracing change, and trusting that every ending makes room for a new beginning. So ask yourself, What will you release tonight? And what will you welcome into your life as the seasons turn? If this message resonates with you, let the equinox be more than a moment in the sky. Let it be a moment within. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you enjoyed this exploration of the autumn equinox, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Happy autumn equinox, everyone. May balance and harmony guide your path.